Hello there, everybody. My name is Chatterak, and welcome back to one of my favorite games, Would You Rather. And I finally got my haircut. Look, see? Woo! I couldn't wait any longer. I couldn't even wait to go to get a proper haircut. So I let my brother do it, and it actually didn't turn out so bad. It's something new that I really haven't done, and I'm always wary about new haircuts, but I like it. It looks cool, and I'm really interested in it. But, more importantly, forget my hair. It's time to play Would You Rather. I always like playing this, and out of all the things that I do on the channel, it seems like people have actually liked Would You Rather a lot more than I would have predicted for a small channel like mine, which I'm excited about. But anyway, let's play. So, the first question, would you rather win the World Series or win the Super Bowl? Well, being that I like football a lot more than I do baseball, I feel like I would rather win the Super Bowl, especially because when it comes to the sports, you only have to win one game to win the Super Bowl, whereas in the World Series, as the name suggests, you have to win multiple games. So I'm going to say win the Super Bowl. And a lot more people say that. So, onward and upward, as I say. To the next question. Alright, would you rather be infertile or have a child that passes away before age 5? That's really difficult. That's an incredibly difficult question. They're really hitting us hard early on. I will take all the innuendo for that, but because it's one of those things where even though I do not have a child of my own, I do have a mother of my own, and I do know, how much she loves me and cares for me, and it's actually funny that I'm recording this now because it's Sunday, today it's Father's Day, and I actually celebrate Father's Day with my mother because of the fact that, she's basically been a single mom for most of my life, but her experiences and her ideals with having me as a child are something that she could never throw away, or she would never trade them, or give up anything for basically anything. So I think I know it's one of those things where she wouldn't want to give up that for anything, but to lose a child, only have that experience with a child for five years, that would be very difficult. Now, would it also mean that every child I had would pass away before 5? I'm gonna assume that's the case. So, me personally, I'm a very emotional person. I feel like I would rather be infertile. And the one caption is that you cannot adopt in either case. So there's no getting around through those means. But I feel like it would be very difficult on me to know that in the child's early years, knowing that I would have to eventually realize that they're gonna leave. So I'm gonna say be infertile, because and a lot of people agreed, because even though the experience of having the child would be an irreplaceable thing, I just don't know. The grief you would feel must be just something as horrifying. So let's go with that and move on. Would you rather only drink Starbucks coffee or only drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee? I'm gonna say Dunkin' Donuts coffee because I do not like coffee. So if I was gonna drink it, I would want to get the cheaper of the coffee, which is Dunkin' Donuts, and I do love their donuts. So that's why I went with that. But if I was a coffee person, I would assume that Starbucks would be the shit. And they always spell your name wrong. So, would you rather non-stop peeing for the rest of your life or non-stop crying for the rest of your life? Those are both horrible. Those are both just a horrible thing to have. Why would anyone write this question? I feel like from a medical standpoint, non-stop peeing would probably be bad. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like if you were to non-stop pee for the rest of your life, there's something wrong there. Whereas non-stop crying, is it emotional, super emotional crying, or is it just tears just falling from your eyes? Because that I could kind of deal with. I don't know. I feel like if it had nonstop peeing, though, at least you could set up some type of, like, IV thing. I don't know. No, I'm gonna go with crying. I think that the peeing just seems too weird to me. Too much of a weird concept. I don't like it. Would you rather be near deaf or hear everything 2 minutes later? And we have a caption for this one. If you're near deaf, you cannot use a device to help you hear. Everything will be completely muffled for the rest of your life. That's an interesting concept. To just basically have everything muffled or hear everything completely, but a full 120 seconds later. I don't know. I feel like I would want to hear everything. And a lot of people went with near deaf. And I'm thinking of the idea, because I personally would want to hear everything, but I guess if it was muffled, you could always kind of play a game with it and just try to figure out what people are saying. But I definitely would want to be clear and concise with it. Would you rather have 2 million YouTube subscribers or have 1 million Twitter followers? Of course I'm going to pick YouTube, and I feel like I've done this question already, so I don't quite know why it's coming up, because I don't think it's supposed to. But yes, I would love to have 2 million YouTuber subscribers, because that's my dream, is to be a good YouTuber and have subscribers and all that. So, that's obviously what that would be. Would you rather prevent 9/11 or prevent the deaths of 3 people you choose? I feel like I feel like the obvious answer should have been 9/11. However, if you look too into this, you could always come up with the idea that if 9/11 doesn't happen, it's sort of like a butterfly effect thing, you know, it could have horrible, horrible consequences down the road, where some other type of tragedy happens. But to only prevent 3 deaths of 3 people I choose, can they be any people in time? Because that's a whole nother idea. Oh shit, oh my gosh. Because if I could prevent the death of 3 people in time, like, what if I had prevented, like, what if Kennedy hadn't died? Or better yet, like, I mean, you could go so far with that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Does it have to be, like, real-life characters? Like, could I go even further with it? And, like, start getting into some of, like, the TV show worlds? I feel like the deaths of 3 people would actually be... And it ended up being very 50-50, because then it ties into that idea I had talked about, where you could literally just go through and really pick it apart and see, like, well, if this person had never died, like, what if Franz Ferdinand had never died? Because, like, tensions of the modern world of the World War II era, which I'm pretty sure doesn't make any sense because I don't know how to speak English. But, like, the world state during World War II, there was that every country had high tensions, and with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, that's really what set everything off. So it's like, could World War II have not have happened had he not died, or would it just, would it have just been somebody else at a different spot? I don't know, but it was interesting to see that that's very 50-50. I like it. Would you rather be Wolverine or be Iron Man? Iron Man, because Iron Man is the shit. Tony Stark is awesome. He actually is one of my favorite superheroes, so that was a little bit of a biased answer. But I love me some Iron Man. I love Tony Stark. I love his personality. And, like, it's funny because a lot of people don't like Iron Man 3. And actually, when you talk about Marvel movies with me, Iron Man 3 actually is one of my favorite of all of the films. I really liked Tony Stark in all the Iron Mans I love, because in the very first Iron Man film, you got the Tony Stark who was a survivor. You got the origin story, you got him surviving, you got him becoming Iron Man and just doing the whole thing, and it was awesome. And then in Iron Man 2, you had a different Tony Stark. You had the Tony Stark who had been completely succumbed by his ego, by his power, and it was like a different side. And then that's why 3 becomes so good, because in 3 he's becoming understanding about the weight of the responsibilities and the powers that he has, and love ties into it and everything. And it's such a complete story for Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, and I love it so much. So I'm very biased when it comes to that. I love Iron Man. He's the shit. Would you rather be dissolved feet first in sulfuric acid, or have a mafia hit on your family? Jeez. If you choose A, you have 0% chance of surviving. If B, they have 0% chance of survival. Ugh. Well, I mean, both of those cases are not good cases. I mean, I don't want to be dissolved in sulfuric acid, but I wouldn't want the mafia to hit my family. And it is plural in the description of this. If B, they. It's not just one person in your family. It is the entire family gets hit. I feel like I should say have the family, but I don't think I would be able to do that. Me personally, I just don't think I could. And I wonder how fast you're dipped in. That would be an interesting... I feel like that should have been more in the description than anything else, but... Moving on. Would you rather hang out with a Pooh Bear or hang out with Baloo from the Jungle Book? Well, hanging out with Pooh Bear would be a lot less stressful, because there wouldn't be things trying to kill me, but I feel like Baloo taught so much in the Jungle Book. He taught, he taught everything. Whereas Pooh Bear, all he gives a shit about is freaking eating honey and stealing. And it's Disney and sins and all that shit. So I'm gonna hang out with Baloo. Baloo's the shit. Actually, that was actually a lot closer than I would have expected that to be. I would have thought it'd be more like 60-40. But moving on. Would you rather have holes put through both hands and both feet via nails and hammer, or go 40 days in the desert without food? I am a very big person, so for me, I don't think I could survive in the desert. Like, I don't do well in heat. I'm sweating just recording this in my room with the AC on. I just don't do well whatsoever. So I feel like, at least with the holes in both my hands and feet, at least it would be yes, incredibly painful and just a horrible, horrible thing. But at least it would just be like a then, there, and done thing. So that's why I went with that. It's probably not right, but would you rather have Skittles or M&M's? Skittles, of course. I would rather taste the rainbow than just be like, oh, look, another chocolate candy. Who knew? Who freaking knew? Would you rather speak only in Ebonics or understand no slang whatsoever? You only understand words in Webster's Abridged Dictionary. Well, I already don't understand lots of slang. In fact, slang is a slang in itself, because I forget the exact definition of it, but it's basically like slurred English, or I forget what it's called, but I'd just rather not do it. Would you rather eat a cup of baking soda and then do a shot of vinegar? That sounds like a horrible idea. Or eat a pack of Mentos and then chug a Diet Coke. Those are both horrible ideas. Why would you do that? I kind of feel like, and I'm not a scientist, but I kind of feel like the chemical reaction of baking soda and a shot of vinegar might not be as painful or nearly as catastrophic as Mentos and Diet Coke. But apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Those are both just awful, awful results. Diet Coke and Mentos. No, thank you. For all of your life, would you rather only be photographed or only be filmed? I mean, this counts for all memorable childhood memories. I feel like the answer is simple with film, and I guess it's maybe not in the concept I understand, but basically, at least with film, like, you get to see a live video feed of your family, especially if you're talking about lost relatives and people that have moved away, like things like that. But also, at least with film, especially since things are so digital nowadays, you can always go in and take like a snapshot of a still frame, and then you have pictures. So really, whereas with, I mean, and yes, like photographs and cameras now also have video technology, but I just feel like the film would be easier and make more sense. All right, let's do another one. Would you rather never eat pizza again or never drink another soda? I'm gonna have to go with never eat pizza again, because as much as I love pizza, there's plenty of other junk food I could have, but I freaking love soda. It's to the point where I shouldn't drink it as much as I do, but it's just so freaking delicious. I absolutely love it. But I think I've done enough would you rathering for today. I kind of want to do other things with this as a series, like maybe incorporate some type of challenge with it or something like that, because I actually do like the game a lot. I always enjoy reading the comments and seeing exactly what the exact split of like what people have decided. It's like such a cool, simple thing, and I really do enjoy it. So, like I said, I am gonna leave this here. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Would You Rather. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments what you guys picked. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Would You Rather. If you guys liked it, please let me know with a like and comment to me what you think of the game. So I cannot wait to play games with you guys again. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye! Alright, last question. Dairy Queen starts selling pizza. Yay! Dairy Queen's pizza is so delicious it sends Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, Papa Murphy's, Little Caesars, CC's Pizza, DiGiorno, and all the other pizza companies out of business. Well, I'm gonna have to say no. And the reason I'm gonna have to say no is something I've kind of avoided talking about on the channel for a while, because I don't like the idea of